How's it going? It's YattaMagnus here. Today with the MCU Workout Club. We watched Thor, 2011. Thor with Chris Hemsworth, directed by Kenneth Branagh. It's, you know, in the first Avengers movie, Tony Stark, he does the whole Shakespeare in the Park, you know, and kind of makes fun of the whole Thor thing, you know, with the king and everything, the royal blah blah blah.
Shakespeare in the Park. Doth mother know you weareth her drapes?
It's just, you know, it's got that kind of air to it, you know, in Asgard. And Thor has always been one of my favorites, by the way, and I absolutely love Thor Ragnarok. It's my favorite MCU movie still to this day. But Thor 1 is great, and when it came out, trying to go for the image that it was going for was great. Now, what wasn't good was Chris Hemsworth's dyed eyebrows and beard. Terrible. Looked awful. In Thor the Dark World, they no longer did that, and he looks great in that movie. But anyways, I swear to God, swear to me, at the beginning of this movie, when I'm working out, listening to, you know, Odin describe, you know, the ancestors and Asgard and everything, and the music swells, and, you know, everyone's cheering because it's Thor's, what do you call it? Not inauguration, but when the kings are, there's a word, coronation. I think it's Thor's coronation. He's going to become king. But I swear to God, swear to me, when Chris Hemsworth looks up and winks at smiles and winks at the camera, I decided at that point I was doing curls, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna burn out. I'm gonna see if I can make it to 50, you know, rather than like 20. And you know, it's just one of those things. You know, he's got that energy, and you know. I can safely say I'm a little bit gay for Chris Hemsworth, and that's just how it is. Now, that being said, working out to this movie was really really fun, and you know, it's got Natalie Portman in it as well. So you know, you got Chris Hemsworth, who, you know, he's the Barbie doll superhero that I wish that I was, and then you've got Natalie Portman, which, you know, previously had played Padme Amidala, had previously been in, you know, Garden State. She's been kind of, you know, a lot of people's kind of manic pixie dream girl, right? And you know, it's great to see my favorite. I used to have this really cool Thor figure that went along with this Hulk. I have no idea what happened to it, but it was pretty sweet. I would have held up my Thor action figure. You know what? Hold that thought. I know this is a bit. Hold on. So, Disney Infinity. It was this game where you got these little pieces and you put them on this board, and the little statue that you put down, then goes into the video game. And that was actually pretty damn cool. One year this was like the most popular thing in the world. And then the next year it was incredibly not popular, and you could get these for like 10 cents each at Toys R Us before they went out of business, right? Anyways, working out to Thor was a fun, good time. There's a lot of really cool action scenes. There's a lot of really good music. The fight with the ice giants, the frost giants at the beginning is really cool. You got that big monster that he flies through its head. All right, let's see. We've got Chris Hemsworth, we've got Natalie Portman, we've got Idris Elba, we've got Anthony Hopkins, we've got Tom Hiddleston, we've got Ray Stevenson, we've got Stellan Skarsgård, who he's the older scientist that's friends with Natalie Portman. That guy is the father of the guy who plays It, the clown, Pennywise in the new It movies that came out. Skarsgård. There's Peter Skarsgård, there's Stellan Skarsgård, there's like 4 Skarsgårdses who are all doing movies, and for whatever reason I just can't think of all their names right now. I won't worry about it. Don't worry, you won't see it at the end credits. This is the name when I finally think of it. But anyways, not important. Now the movie was really fun to watch. It was great. I enjoyed it. It really sets things up for the MCU, with Loki being one of the best villains there is in the MCU. I don't know if I mentioned it before. At the beginning of this video, you're going to see a clip of when I was a teenager and I filmed a Thor movie for a mythology class in high school.
Give me back my son!
And, for the longest time, Thor has been my favorite. He's been one of my favorite just characters in general. In the myths, in the stories, in any movie, anytime Thor shows up, it's awesome. And, the fact that he's in the MCU, he's in the Avengers, is pretty cool. It's like I feel very represented, I'm half Swedish, so I've got that, that Viking blood. And it's nice to see that my area of the world where I'm from is represented within the Avengers. I feel very targeted as a fan, that I'm supposed to like Thor. And yeah, speaking of, I always wanted to do a Thor Halloween costume. This year would have been the perfect time. I don't think I'm going to do it this year. Again, that's what the workout club is for. I want to feel real good by next year. Maybe I'll, get a cool Thor costume and go to like Comic-Con with my kids or whatever, have it be that cool. Either that or Ghostbusters, one of those two. But anyways, I did want to mention, along the lines of working out, I recently bought a bench press. I'm waiting for it to come in the mail. But the other day I'm like, I can go to the gym and eventually turn into some sort of gym rat. But in the meantime, I want to be able to work out at my house. So I have my set of dumbbells. I have some, rubber band type things, workout equipment. I've got my own body for push-ups and whatever. But yeah, I really wanted to get a push-up bar, and so I ordered this one. I'm waiting for it to come in the mail, and I'm excited to put it together. It's probably not going to make it to this video. Maybe it'll be in one of the next ones. I think the next movie is going to be Captain America, the First Avenger, and then after that, I think, is the Avengers. So, after Phase 1, I kind of want to see. I'll do a weigh-in. Not that the weight loss is incredibly important. I mean, honestly, I like working out because it makes you, if you're putting on muscle, you're not really losing weight. It kind of balances, right? And, I know I've got a little baby fat that I got to get rid of and whatever, but, anyways, the workout club has been really fun. It's been pretty inspiring. This week I've been a little bit busy, so it's been hard to sit down and actually make this video. Again, Captain America will be the next video, and I plan on talking about Thor more and more as we go on, and I'm going to be really excited to talk about, the Dark World. I'm going to be really excited to talk about Ragnarok especially, and then Love and Thunder. And the Avengers movies kind of are Thor movies. You know, Loki's the villain in the first Avengers movie, and then not the next Avengers movie, but Endgame and Infinity War. Kind of there's that arc that Thor goes through, and I can really relate to him in a lot of ways. And watching the first movie reminds me of what it's like to be young and ambitious and feel like you're the king and feel like you're you're cream of the crop, you're whatever. Then as the story progresses, he loses the girl, he gets the girl, he whatever, and ultimately by Thor Ragnarok, him and Jane Foster are broken up. Spoiler alert. Thor in Endgame and Infinity War gets to live out he has some psychological problems. He has some issues that he goes through, and he becomes Lebowski Thor. And I like to think that sometimes that I'm kind of in like a Lebowski phase of my life. And I wore my bathrobe. I have this bathrobe I've had for years, and it's nice and comfy, and I like to wear it. And I wanted to wear it for this video because I'm Lebowski Thor. In the Give Me Back My Son franchise, I am Thor. So this is Thor in his Lebowski phase. So enjoy it. I might show up again a few times. I might, whatever. But wear some freaking sunglasses. I mean, these aren't sunglasses, but I was going to put sunglasses on and look cool, but these are my old shop glasses from high school. Wood shop. Anyways, it's been fun. MCU, Thor, it's one of my favorite movies. I honestly didn't really talk about it that much because it was just fun to talk about other shit. And next time we will talk about Captain America and working out. And, we'll see where we're at, because the next one is the end of phase 1 of the MCU. And I'm hoping that's the end of phase 1 of my home workout, the workout club. Maybe I'll add, maybe that's when I'm going to get the bench presses after phase 1. Anyways, have a good night. Love you guys. Anyone who watches my videos, you could do the thing where you share it and you like it and whatever. You can drop comments. You don't have to, but it's cool that I get to do this. It's a fun thing to do, and I hope you enjoy it. Have a good night. Peace out. Yo, ha ha.
Give me back my son! Where's my hammer?